Hello, everybody. Welcome to Let's Learn Excel. I'm your instructor for MS Excel today. Today, we will be covering some interesting functions in our session: text functions, find search function, and text function for formatting, replace, substitute function, and basic exercises today. So, guys, let's get started. Let me go to my text functions. Text functions, we have very common and the most used functions in Excel: left function, mid function, right function, concatenate function, length function, and wrap functions. So these are the functions most used in our day-to-day task in office. How do we execute these tasks, and how do we, uh, do all these functions, in our day-to-day task, and where these functions can be useful. And these functions are self-explanatory, guys. So you can see left, you are just extracting some characters, from left. Mid, you're extracting some characters from the middle of the string. Right, of course, from the right you are extracting some characters. Concatenate is nothing but joining the strings. Length function, when you have to find out the length of the string. And ref function is where we have to repeat the characters. So I will explain all these functions one by one. And let me show you uh, the the ppt where we have explained all the functions. Concatenate, when we are joining the strings together. Left function, return a specified number. Mid function, this. And right, return a specified okay from the end of a string. And wrap function, this function will repeat characters number of times. And text join function, these functions we are going to cover. Let's get started with left function. Let me write something over there. Excel class. So I have to find out first three characters from this string. How I can find out? Equal to, any formula in Excel starts with equal to. You can use that left function, and you can see this is the argument, text and a number of characters. Let me tell you something. If you have a number of characters or anything in square bracket, so that is optional. If you just do that without supplying the second argument, it will give the first character e. It will give by default one character. If you have to mention, suppose I have to find out three characters, so it will give you exc, three characters. I want to find out six characters from the left, so it will give me excel. So the same way, if I have to find out some four characters from right, so we can use right function here. This function we can use, and we can mention five characters here. So you can see we have extracted the five characters from the end of the string. So left function, right function, both are very much required when we do concatenating or joining the strings. Let me ask you a very basic question. We have covered left and right. Let me color this function. Okay, so let me jump to this fifth function, concatenate. Concatenate is nothing but joining the strings together. Let me write some name over there. I'm writing some name: Matthew, Jack, and John. I'm writing Vikram. I'm writing Amit. So I have these five names. I have to concatenate in one of the cell. So how can I concatenate? We have a function called concatenate. We have to select everything one by one. So does it sound cumbersome or time taking? Because now we have put everything. If we have to give any delimiter in between, we can give this way. So we can copy this, Control C. As I mentioned, we can copy that way. So you can just Control V, and we have to place everywhere. Now you see all the values are having the delimiter called hyphen. So now this actually is very much cumbersome. Suppose I have some other names, Amit 1, Amit 2, and so on. Suppose I have these number of, you know, 16 names we have to concatenate. So if we do this way, uh, doesn't it sound cumbersome? We have to do this for number of times, subject to number of rows we have available in our column. So of course I will go tired. So now if we have 100 rows, so we can't do this task. It is very cumbersome. So how to achieve this task? Let me show you some shortcut. Okay, let me open one new Excel file, Control N. I'm putting some data over there. I have this data. So I will tell you 2 3 ways to achieve the task, how we can do this. Okay, so first you can uh, type that equal to this, and second you can concatenate this name, press ampersand. Understand this, with ampersand sign also we can concatenate the strings, and we can put hyphen and percent and Matthew. So what does it mean? This is called relative reference. We are not locking the cell here. If you drag this, so before I drag this, what does it mean? You can see this is actually the function a2 and b1, a2 and b1. If I drag this, so you understand a2 will become a3, of course this, and if you see b1 will become b2. So this actually, this loop will happen up to the 16th row. So you can see that kind of mountain is created here. Actually this is what we need. The objective is served here. This is what we need, but you understand this actually has been concatenated from the reverse. Okay, so now what we can do, that better way to understand this and to achieve this overall things. Let me go back to my Excel first. So now how we can achieve this? You can use here transpose function. Transpose function actually array. When we talk about array, you can select everything in one go. Understand this. It is easy. So because we cannot afford to use concatenate function by selecting all the cells one by one. So now I have selected all the cells in one go here, and if I have to see the result, you can press F9. F9 we use to calculate the formula. So if you select the cell and press F9, it actually opens the result. The result is going to come out this. Now you understand this is what we supply in our concatenate function. So I hope you must have got an idea. So let me press escape, and I want this to be concatenated with hyphen. So if you click again, select this and press F9. So 1 minute. So now let me select this again, select everything and press F9. You see all my names are concatenated, and now the result has come in curly bracket. Let me remove this curly bracket. Let me remove this also, the very end hyphen. So little bit we have to tweak. Now you can supply entire value in concatenate function. So I hope now you understand this way we can achieve the task, though this function is not dynamic. Why? Because if you change of this Amit 10 with Amit 100, so you can see this result is nowhere else, you know reflecting in our output, because this is called cheat function. Let me show you again how did I achieve the task. Equal to text, equal to transpose. I have selected all the values, and all the values have to be concatenated with, let me start with now pipe symbol. So you can just enter, and now you can open this function by pressing F9 key. F9. So now you see this is the result which is coming out. Let me remove the first curly bracket and let me remove the last curly bracket. Now, if I supply this string in my concatenate function, so this very last, actually we don't need it. So we have to remove this also. So this way you can supply in concatenate function. You can see rather than selecting all the cell one by one, if I just, you can see that this is called screen tip in the function. The screen tip, you can see that. So in the screen tip, you can see text 1, text 2, text 3, text 4. We can't select all the cells one by one. So this is actually the shortcut which can help you to achieve the task. And you can do that. Press F9, I'm doing again. So remove this task. Now you can supply everything in concatenate function. So in concatenate, you can just, you can stretch this function by clicking this. You can just put the cursor down and put, now you see the result has come. So this way you can achieve the task. So this also is clear to all of you. Now let me start with length. What is length actually? If I type over there, I am your Excel trainer. So we have to find out the total length of this string, how we can achieve that task. Or maybe I can write, I am in Delhi. So this is actually the data which we have. We have to find out the total length. You can use equal to length. So the time you write len, you can see in blue the formula appears. You can just double click and supply the text. So you can see the total length of I'm your Excel trainer is 23, or I'm in Delhi, it has 13. Guys, understand space is also a character. So if you see I actually is one character, and I, after I we have a space. Okay, and then we have two character am. Okay, after that we have a space. All right, and then we have in, and then we have a space. All right, and then we have Delhi. So now you see that I is actually one. I, of course, one character, right? Space, one space is there, so we will count one. And M, there are two characters. Space again, space actually is a one character we count. Space is also a character. In, of course, two character are there. Space, of course, one character. Delhi, how many characters are there? 6 characters are there in Delhi. So you can see that total how many characters are there. Total actually 14 characters is telling. So where we are wrong over there. I, after there are 13 characters in Delhi. So you can see in I space M space in space Delhi. So Delhi doesn't have 6 characters. Delhi have 5 characters. Okay. So now you see that total we have 13 characters. So we have validated that. So this is actually the way we can find the length of the strings. So now we have validated this way. Again, I'm telling space is also a character. Remember this, because you will have lots of challenges in Excel, but if you cover all these things, it will help you to understand the semantics of Excel easily. So we have covered this also. Let me write, okay, some function for wrapped. All right, you know what is the maximum limit of a cell? Understand now, every cell has a limit. So in my last session, I had told that the tab name can't exceed 31 characters. Same way, every cell has its own limit, guys. What is the maximum limit? Let me validate that. Use wrapped function. So why wrapped function is so useful? Let me show you that. I want a pipe symbol character to be repeated 39,000 times, maybe. Let's try. So how will you do that? What text we want to be repeated? So you can just put pipe symbol, and then I want this to be repeated 40,000 times. I'm getting value error. So what does it mean? because cell doesn't allow any character more than 40,000, you know, characters. It can't exceed, so there is some limit. So what is that limit? If I do that 2 power sign and 15, guys, this is actually the limit of the cell. Any cell cannot exceed this much characters. If I do 16, now understand this, this is actually the limit of all the characters. Now if I do this, uh 32 768, see that if I do 7, it has come. Now understand that way, this is actually the limit. 32 327,067, 32,767 is the limit, you know, this much characters. It means in one cell the characters can't exceed 32,767. So this is actually the way we can, let me control Z. So now you know that the limit of the cell 32,767 is the limit of a cell. Let me go up. So ref function is clear now. Okay, let me go to mid function now. Very useful function. Suppose I'm writing I am in Delhi mm, since 1980. So this is actually the phrase, I'm in Delhi since 1980. I have to extract some characters maybe after Delhi. All right. So how we can do that? So maybe equal to mid. This is the argument text start number, number of characters. So you can supply this text start number. So you know Delhi. So what is the, you know, what is how many what is the location of Delhi? Now we have to find out. So to find out the location, we have to use some specific functions. So before that, this is interesting function. So it will cover all those connected functions which will be useful in this session. So there are functions called search. Search itself is self-explanatory. So now you see why do we use search function? To find out the location of substring. Search function we use to find out the location of substring. So search, find text. Actually, we have to look Delhi. We want to find out Delhi within text. So now I have told that if argument is in square bracket, you can see comma start number. If I highlight this, you can see start number. Actually, if any argument displayed in square bracket, that is optional, so you can leave this. So in this string, Delhi is located at ninth position. How you can see that? 1 space 2 and 3 4 space 5 6 7 space 8 and then 9. All right. So you can see that ninth location is of D. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Yeah, D is located at ninth position, which is correct. Now how many characters are there in Delhi? Delhi has 5 characters. Let me write over there. Delhi has 5 characters. So we have to be smart here. How we can find out? Find mid. This is my text start number. So start number I can write 9. You can select this. Now number of characters. Number of characters you want to extract. So you know, you can mention I want maybe 10 characters. So does it Delhi? Delhi since it is giving me these characters. So again, I'm telling you the argument. This is actually the text start number. So where actually I want to start. So maybe you can tell that Delhi is located at ninth, but I want to start after Delhi. So how we can achieve the task now? Delhi has 5 characters. So this plus you can actually add 5. or maybe you can add 6 because after Delhi we have the space. So you can see we have extracted since 1980 after Delhi. So mid function is very much useful, guys. You can tailor this function to your requirement or use accordingly what actually we have to extract from the given string. So this actually we have achieved, and we have written this function over there separately. You can just copy this function and go to this function. This is actually E28. Go there. Where is E28? You can replace this E28 reference with this function. So you can see the result will remain same. So this is, you can delete this, doesn't have any impact on the formula. And this is of course string. Now, why we have put this hard coded 6? Because we know Delhi has 5 characters, and after Delhi we have this space. So you can see that 6 characters. So this is actually the starting point. So let me start. This is starting point. I have highlighted this start number is there. So where exactly we have to give that start number, position. After that, all the strings will carved out from the string. So this is how we can achieve this. So this is also clear to all of you. And now let me jump to next find search function. Let me just click this. This is covered. Find search function. So again, this is very much useful. So I have already covered search function. Now we have got find function also, and then we'll find out the difference between search and find function. Guys, this is amazing function, one of my favorite functions. What is search, what is find? Understand, actually both are self-explanatory. Search function can accept any, it's actually any case. It's not case sensitive, but find function is case sensitive. Let me write something over there. Excel session. You can see that the session starts with the capital S, but if you search with search, suppose SESSION session, within text, session will give you sixth or seventh, because session starts with seventh position, because Excel has 5 character, space has sixth, and session starts with 7 position. So whether you keep this caps small doesn't have impact. So search function will always give you the correct output. Either you put in caps or either you put in small letter. So it will give you the correct. But doesn't happen with find function. Find function actually is very much case sensitive function. If you have to find session within text, so the result will come correct, because we have supplied the exact session spelling in our function. You can see this is the formula bar, and if you make this small, the result will be value error. As I mentioned, find function is case sensitive function. Search function is not case sensitive function. All right. So this is how you can achieve the task. And they are very much useful in your day-to-day office task. Let me jump to now. This is also clear. Text function for formatting. So guys, this is very much interesting for you. Text function for formatting. Let me put down some let me type some number. Suppose 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. This is actually my number. Understand, this is my number. The result I have to achieve 1 2 3 hyphen 4 5 6 hyphen 7 8 9. How I can achieve this task? If we have some other numbers also, let me just drag this to the down, and this is fill series. So understand now, if I do Control Z, if you drag this down, actually you can see this autofill options. You click this, copy cells by default is there, so you have all the same values available. If you select this fill series, so all the values will be incremented with or incremented by 1. So now you see all the values are incremented by 1. So now we have to achieve this task for all the numbers. How we can achieve this? Yes, we can achieve this task by using text function. Equal to text function, you can supply this value, and now either you put hash. Understand, in text function Hash represents numbers, at sign represent text. So you can put hash hyphen hash hyphen hash. You can actually put this in this format. Let's see the result now. So you can see the result we have achieved for all the numbers. If we have to see read this number this way, so you must have seen in some of the websites, when you type some numbers, the number you type in the sequence, the number could be anything, your Aadhaar card or your any card number. So the number actually system takes this way. This is actually the formatting. Actually number is stored this way only, but the system is showing you this way. So maybe you can see that it is just it is read this way, but actually the number is exactly this way. So if you multiply this number by 2, so multiplied by 2, you can see the result is 0. Why the result is 0? Because this is the text function. Understand? This is the text function. That's why result is 0 or value error. So this is clear. Now join number and string. This is interesting. If I tell that some number and string, maybe I say 1 2 3 4, and I have to write something. Maybe I scored 123 marks. Just write. How will I write that? So that this will become dynamic. Maybe these are the scores, okay, of the team. So we have to write over there the keyword, I have scored 123, I have scored 124, 125, and so on, that come in the string, and this value should be dynamic. So how we can achieve this? I scored, and you can't just put this. You have to give some space, because that is the number. You have to select this. So you can do that way. Actually this is easy. You can concatenate this way, right? And this we have done with ampersand. Now if I say that this is actually the date. How will you write the date? This is the date. All right. So if I drag this, and I have to write I was born on this date, or payment is due on this date, and so on. So how will we concatenate that? Payment is due on. If you just select this date, so does it really look good? If you have to concatenate, sometimes we make dashboard, and we have to concatenate on the basis of dates available on the dashboard, but here the formatting is quite disturbed. How we can read this payment is due on 26 November. So guys, let me tell you something. Dates are stored number in Excel files. Understand all this. Date actually are stored as number in Excel, and date begin in year 1900. Understand this. Date actually began in 1900 years, and payment is due on this. How we can achieve the task? We have to use here text function. So again we have to use text function, and we have to define the format. Which format we want? DD hyphen hyphen y. So you can see this actually the result we got. So just copy this formula, or maybe you can just copy, because the formula is relative reference, so it will give the correct output. So you can see that with mere using text function, we have achieved everything. And this could be very useful for you in your day-to-day task, when you have to concatenate something with date. So this is again the scenario with percentage also. If I tell that 20%, or maybe if I tell 30%. So how will I write the discount, that you can avail discount 20%? So you can avail you can avail the discount. And now, can we do that? No. Actually, again the formatting. is disturbed. We have to actually make someone read, you can avail the discount 20%, and same way you can avail the discount 30%. How we can achieve this task? So again, we have to use here text function. In text function, we have to define 0%, uh, 0%. This is actually the format we are giving in that. So you can see with mere giving that format defined in the string, we got the exact result. You can just replace any value here, 10%. You can avail the discount 10%. So this actually is very much useful when you do such kind of task. And this is also clear. Let me go and check this. Guys, replace and substitute function. So what is replace function and what is substitute function? When you know the location of the string, you can use the replace function. When you know the string to be replaced, you can use substitute function. Let me tell you, substitute function does not support wildcard characters. So I will tell you about wildcard characters. In Excel, actually, when we talk about the content, understand this. This is very much useful for you guys. When we talk about the content, what is actually content? When when some character or any string is surrounded with asterisks. So understand that how Excel will treat this. Excel will read this is a content. Understand? ABCD, I want ABCD content, so it should be suffix and prefix with asterisk. If I tell you that asterisk cat, so what does it mean? Anything, maybe this is the string which ends with cat. This is way we can read that. And same way, if I write cat and asterisk, so it means any string starts with cat. And what is asterisk sign here? It means any number of characters, any number of characters. So same way, any number of characters followed by cat. And over here, cat, actually this is the string starts with cat and then uh, followed by number of characters. So same way, ABCD actually is the content. And if I write over there uh, question mark asterisk, question mark asterisk, what does it mean? It means at least one character, at least one character. So this actually is read at least one character. So now if I reverse this, like asterisk and question mark, it means any number of characters, any number of characters. All right. And let me cover some more. If I type over there like question mark, question mark, question mark, and then this is actually, how will you read this? This is actually the format. Like there are 9 numbers which are delimited with hyphen. So this kind of format you can make in your Excel file when you deal with, kind of, finding such kind of format from the string. So let me start with replace function and substitute function. So let me type some data over there. Suppose I'm writing uh, Matthew, uh, John. Actually, you can see there are actually one name, Matthew John, or maybe I'm writing A, B, C, and D, E, F. So guys, there are two names are there. Okay. And maybe I can type over there some kind of this. Let me type some pipe symbol, and here I also am typing some pipe symbol. So we have to so we have to extract first name and second name accordingly. How I can or maybe I can to replace this pipe symbol, how we can do that? Use substitute function over there. And this is actually, read the argument, substitute function, text. And now old text. What is old text, guys? Actually, this is the old text over there. Now what is new text? I want to just one space, And as I mentioned, instance number, actually this is optional. You can just, so you can see that we have replaced this. If you drag this function is working when we have to replace the string. All right. And one more thing, if you have some more string in that, maybe, so this actually result will remain the same. So wherever in this pipe symbol is located or found, it will remove everything. And same way, if you have some this way, you can see as many as you can put, but it will remove everything. And this is how you can use this function. When you know the string to be replaced, you can use substitute function. Let me now jump to replace function, guys. What is replace function? As I mentioned, when you know the location of the string to be replaced, you can use a replace function. So what is happening here? Let me type some other number here. I want ABC hyphen 5489, this. So I want to replace all the values, ABC and hyphen. I want to replace any value. I just want to keep all the numbers after hyphen. Maybe after hyphen, I want to keep all the numbers, or after hyphen, whatever is available, I want to keep it. How we can achieve this? Understand now, equal to replace function. Replace old text. So this is actually old text, start number of characters, new text. You know that what is old text? Start number of characters, new text. So old text means you can type ABC and hyphen start number. Actually start number is, you can see, is 1, and number of characters 4 characters, right? New text, you can just put blank. So nothing is coming, guys. What did we do something over there? So let me try again this function, replace function. Old text, guys, what is old text over there? Understand now, this is old text. Okay, start number. So start number means actually it's 1. All right. And now number of characters, I want to have number of characters 4, right? 4 characters I want to extract, and new characters. Understand this. So this is how we have to use this function. All right. Understand now, this is actually quite confusing over there. You can see old text. Actually old text means it should be the text. So this old text means the existing text, you have to put that. If you go there in substitute function, over there it is just telling text. So whatever you are guys, understand now, two things. If this is actually very important thing which I am covering over there. If you see substitute function, whatever you are supplying, so that is called text over there. But old text is something what you want to replace with. But if you go back to now replace function, understand this, old text is the one which actually you supply. So don't get confused. This is actually the old text. Start number, actually I want my string which has to be replaced starts with 1. And now how many characters you want to be replaced? 4 characters. And then new text, maybe blank. So now you see the result we achieved. So I hope you found this useful, and they are very important functions in Excel which are used most, and unavoidable functions also. So let me cover something from my find search function also, with the wildcard characters. Wildcard characters. So guys, this is very much useful. Let me write some name, ABC, and then I'm putting TRE. I'm just putting some data, and this is my data, and DEF, and this is FGH. And now I'm putting some blank, and I'm putting again ADRF, whatever. So this is actually my data. I'm putting Alt HBA. So the shortcuts I'm telling you, which you can use in Excel, Alt HBA. So Alt HBA. This is actually the shortcut which we use to put the border across the range. Now I have to find out how many cells have the values. Okay, so here you can use search function. Search. What actually we are finding, as I mentioned, uh, question question mark and asterisk. So question mark and asterisk. So this actually means at least one character. So question mark asterisk is one character. This within text, so you can select the entire thing. So you can see that how many cells have the values. You can select this entire formula and press F9. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So six column, six cells have the values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But I want total. So you can use some product. So I will cover this function also in my next session. But you understand now, when uh, we have to sum of all the array values, we have to supply everything under sum product function. So you can see sum product is not giving me values. Okay, so how we can achieve this value now? So let me just see again. Sum product, we remove this function. Let me try this way. Sum product, we have press F9. All right, maybe you can use this function is number. Is number is also a function which actually will tell you all true false values. So you can press F9. Yes, this is better. So in Excel, understand true refers to 1, false refers to 0. So true means 1, false means 0. Understand this. So I want all the values to be converted into 1 and 0. So you can apply double minus. So double minus, after that you can see all the values have become, press F9 again. You can see all values have become 1, 1, 1 and false has become now 0. So before that we had value error. That's why we were not able to use sum product function. So now you can use your sum product function. So you can see six values, six actually cells have the values. You can see 5, you can see the status bar, and 1, 6. So this is how you can achieve the task. And one more thing, guys, the functions which we are covering here, all are basic functions. So if you understand all functions very well, so in next sessions, it will be interesting for all of you and you can feel connected. So the series has been designed in such a way that all people can understand the basics, how the formula starts. So the function which we have covered by today, all functions will keep on getting covered in next sessions. It's like step by step. So I will cover everything. Maybe I will recapitulate everything before I start giving you some sessions. So as I mentioned, Alt HBA is the shortcut. So keyboard shortcuts haven't been covered, but we will cover that. But some shortcut we have covered, like Control C, Control V, and Control Z, Control Y, and Alt HBA and Control F3 when we use that name manager. If you go to formula, we use these name managers. So all Shift F11 we use to insert our uh, tab. So you can just Shift F11, one tab is created. So if you have to put Shift F2, so you know that comment has come now. So all those shortcuts will be covered extensively. So for that, whatever we have covered, now it's time to refresh. And I will give next session where I'll have some exercises for all of you. Until then, have a good day and enjoy yourself. I hope the session which we have covered today you found useful. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.